decent shape. All right, are we ready? Are you ready on the lines? All right. Folks, this is exactly what happens every day across America, costing us more than 4,000 homes, or excuse me, 4,000 deaths. Look at this. I'm trying to get out of everybody's camera view, and I can't.
You're fine.
Watch how this works. Oh, fat guy down, fat guy down. Go ahead, Mr. Sandy. Now, the way these fires are being started in each of the simulators is nothing more than newspaper and a trash can simulating a discarded cigarette. Does that make sense? It could very easily be a discarded hot electronics device that you threw in a garbage can full of paper. Anything can actually start the fire, but it starts very small. And as I mentioned, the fire doubles in size. What I want you to pay attention to here is the way that the smoke builds up. The smoke detector is activated to let those inside know that in fact a fire is present. Now watch how the flames roll up towards the ceiling. What happens when it gets up there is it's going to hit the top and it's going to start banking down and catching everything else on fire. Right now it looks like the curtains in the back of the couch are on fire, which is to be expected. My smoke detector's starting to go off to let you know. Hopefully that's getting everybody out. Did the wind help us or hurt us? Let's see what happens. Right now we're looking at about 25 seconds is all that we've had since that fire started. It's starting to grow, and look at the black smoke. How many of you think you can breathe that black smoke and live? Here's the bad news. Do you know in a fire, of those 4,000 a year people that die in fires, they don't die from the fire actually touching their skin. They die first from the smoke getting to them. That's the sad part, because smoke moves a lot faster and a lot freer than the fire will. How's it look inside right there? We're looking at 51 seconds. The couch is doing pretty good. Right onto the camera view. How many of you have ever heard of twerking? Do you know firefighters invented that? We've got motion detectors, and if we don't keep moving, the detectors go off. So show the boys and girls, Cap, what happens if the alarm goes off. What do? No. Shake. There you go. See, he's twerking. Firefighters invented it. I'm taking claim for it, y'all. All right. Are we still building up in there, fellas? If you'll notice, I put what they call Lexan on the front wall on the top towards the ceiling, and you'll see it warping. That's to let you know the heat is there. Right about now up at that ceiling, and I'm betting you the wind is kicking our butt on the fire growth, isn't it? That's a good thing. Oh, it's raging. All right, we're getting there a little bit. What's happening is the heat is building up on top up at the ceiling. It's going to start to slowly crawl down. And without a sprinkler, as was in the other box, it's going to continue to grow and produce more and worse smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, the bad news is, when my father was a firefighter, most all the furniture was made of regular cotton, stuff straight out in the fields, made of regular untreated wood. The bad news about things nowadays are not so much. Most everything has what they call poly in it. Anybody tell me what poly means? Polyurethane, polyplastic? Plain and simple, it's a derivative of gasoline. So the furniture you sleep on, the mattress you lay on, even the wood you now have has been treated with something that will keep it shiny or make it last longer than it ever did before. And all that stuff, to include the carpets, to include the blankets you throw over your body, are treated with these polys. And therefore, when they catch fire, they burn faster, hotter, and certainly more deadly than things of days of old. Now it's starting to roll and do what we call rollover. As you see it, the fire's becoming very ferocious and rolling across the ceiling. How many of you think that anybody could survive in that box now, even if they were down on the floor? Absolutely not. I like your courage, but I surely wouldn't challenge you to go in there. As you can see, the other furniture is starting to catch fire. And I haven't seen it, but I will tell you that the blue chair caught fire not from being frame impinged, but instead, that is flashover. Go ahead, fellas, knock it down. All right, now the whole time I had my sprinkler, listen to me, that would have been great to have the sprinkler going. The whole time I had my stopwatch going. Let's see where we were at. At 3 minutes and 30 seconds, that room flashed over. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. What if you'd been sleeping in that room? What if you had been sleeping in that room and there was no sprinkler as there are in your dorms? Do you see the absolute benefit? All right, my guys are going to do what they call overhaul. The back of the couch cap is still pretty excited about being on fire there. So folks, there you have it. You have two sides. You have the protected side and the unprotected side. The good news is where you live, where you're going to put your head down tonight, is a protected side. And we're so grateful for that. But here's the deal. Even when it's protected, if you need help, certainly the security here, Mr. Wynn and his staff are here to help. And even beyond that, you've got a whole fleet of fire trucks and firefighters, paramedics, law enforcement officers here to help you in the Beaufort County, Jasper County area. So thank you very much for your attention today. Please pay attention to those sprinkler systems. Thank your staff, certainly the maintenance staff and the construction staff here at USC, for doing what it is they do to protect you every day. With that, I'm going to let y'all come up here once we get this out. My firefighters say it's good. I'm going to let you take a peek close up. So stick around if you want to do that. Also, I'm going to give huge thanks to, again, Mr. Wynn and his staff. Also, AMS, they came in. It's a local fire sprinkler system company that put in our sprinkler system absolutely for free. AFS, see? That's why I've got good friends to help me out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. If you got questions, step forward. If you want to take a peek, step forward. We'll see what we got. How are we looking?